So in here we have a while loop, a simple while loop, while with condition, statement, and increment. So to make it a nested loop, we just introduce a new while loop inside of it, like this. Okay. So as you can see, we have two loops here, while loop and with its condition. After that, we have the curly brackets, and inside the curly brackets, we have while condition, then the curly brackets and the statement for this while loop and increment for this while loop. After that, we have the statement, and this statement is for the main while loop. The increment is also for main while loop. So this is gonna be easy for you. So let's see. It's an example. So I'm going to start writing my program with main, and here I'm declaring some variable I, and I'm initializing it with a value of 0, and I'm also declaring another variable j, and I'm not going to initialize it at this point, because in while loop we initialize the variable only when we are using the while loop just after it. As we are not using the while loop in which will be using the j, so that's why we are not initializing in here. Let me write my main while loop, and here I'm using the I variable, and I'm giving it a condition that I is less than 5. Curly brackets, I'm giving it a statement, and the statement is gonna be just a simple printf with a new line character, and I'm going to increment it with I++. Okay, so I return 0 here. So as we wrote this while loop, and it's gonna repeat this statement for 5 times, so it should give us new line, and for 5 times that means it should give us 5 new lines. Okay, so it gave us 5 new lines, and let's introduce our next while loop, which is going to make it a nested loop. So as I said earlier, we only initialize the variable when we are using its while loop after it. So I'm going to initialize my j variable in here, j0. I'm going to use the while in which I'll be using the jth variable and this statement. So I'm giving it a statement, a printf command, and 2 with a space, and I'm giving it increment of j++ because I'm using the j variable here. So let's execute it. Okay, so we got a result with of 5 lines. Sorry, we got a result of 5 lines, and in each line we have 3 2 space and 2 space 2 space. Okay, so let's see how it works. As you can see, in C language is a language where the compiler will read the program line by line. So let's read the program as the compiler does. Sorry. So we have in first line we have while I is less than 5. So yes, let's compare it. Yes, I initial value is 0. The condition is true. Okay, move on. We have in the third line we have j equal to 0. Yes, j equal to 0 initial value. So let's move to the loop while. So in while we have j is less than 3. Yes, it's true. J is less than 3 because initial value is 0. Okay. After that, it will go to the loop, which is printf 2 space. Okay, so it got us 1 2 space, and it's going to move to the next line, which is j plus plus. That means it's gonna increment it. So the initial value of j is 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. That means it's still less than 3. So it's gonna repeat the loop, repeat the function because it's loop. So what is the function? Is it says print to space. So it will print to space. Okay, so here we got our to space. And now the value of j is 1, so it will move to the next line, which is j plus plus, and here the will become 2. So 1 plus 1 2, and it's still less than 3, so it will repeat the function, which is to space. So we got to space. So it will move to the next line, which is 2 plus 1 3, and here as you can see the condition is not satisfied because j should be less than 3, otherwise it's not gonna run and it's gonna go out of the loop. So our loop is finished here, and we will move to the next line, which says printf new line character. So it will move to a new line, which you can see a new line. Okay, after that it will become okay. So in here in this loop we have the initial value of I is 0. When we were doing this thing, the initial value of I was 0. So in this line the value of I will become 0 plus 1, which is gonna be 1. So let's check it with the condition. The condition here is that I is less than 5. Yes, it's true. So let's repeat the same process again, and you will get this line, the second line, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. Okay, here we have the when we will get this line, when we are getting this line, the value of I will is gonna be 4. So it will go to this line and it will add a 1, which is 4 plus 1 5. It will check it with the condition. The condition is not satisfied because I should be less than 5, but it's equal to 5. So it's gonna break the loop. It's gonna go out of the loop and give us the return value 0. As you can see, return 0.